Hello everybody. Today we're going to be working on this chicken feeder. Made this a couple years ago, and we've used it some, not used it some. It's got a little bit of design flaw on it. Turn this upside down. Feed tubes. I had just used caulking to hold them in, and it came off. It only held on the PVC, not this plastic. So I think today what I'm going to do is probably use some wood inside and just drill a hole, a couple holes, one in this, one in the barrel, and a couple screws just to keep these from coming out and twisting. This is a pretty neat design. I mean, we can't take any credit for the design. We saw it on the internet, believe it or not. Somebody else came up with the idea, and it works pretty good. And the main reason we have this is we have goats that love chicken feed, and what we're trying to do is keep them from eating the expensive chicken feed. And the way it works is a goat cannot get its mouth in that. This is just dirty from dust and dirt. This sits into the barrel this way, and it sits about like that. And of course you put 50, whatever, how many pounds of feed in, chicken feed in there, and the chicken feed does not go out and then come out this way. It just fits down in here a little ways, and just keeps filling in as the chickens eat it from here. The chickens can get their head in there, but the goats can't, basically. And so I'm going to go get some tools and some materials and get to work. Okay, I'm going to adjust this camera a little bit because I'm going to be down some. I think I'm going to try drilling a hole. See if you can see. Yeah, you can see that. Okay, we've got this. Center it in here. Make sure it's pointing down towards the bottom of the barrel, and I'm going to drill through the side of this, out into the side of this, and just use some long screws. That way they're not going to twist off. They'll be held fairly securely, and I think it'll just be a lot simpler than what my original idea, putting some kind of wood with a little piece of wood with a screw this way and then a screw that way, and we'll just see how it goes here. First I'm going to drill through the side. Fairly square here. And we'll take this drill bit out. Put this driver bit in. Try this screw. Oh, I think that's going to work great. One on each side of that. Yeah, that's going to be awesome. All right. Well, next phase will be something with the lid, hold the lid on. So I'll go ahead and do all this work, and I'll show you what I'm going to do with that. Okay, got the feeders, for lack of a better word, the chicken ports fixed, mounted, and such. Now we got to figure out how to keep this lid, because I'm sure occasionally the goats are going to knock this over, whatever, either by jumping on it just by playing or trying to get food out of it. And we've got this is the original ring that goes over it. It holds the lid to the barrel. But this, I'm going to show you, it's old and it's weather beaten and it's cracking, and it's getting ready to give up. I don't know how much longer this will last. So what I want to do is figure out another way to hold this lid down so it can't come off unless we want it to come off. And I'm thinking the easiest way is I'm just going to put 4 of those same kind of screws, equal distance around, you know, every quarter. And then we've got all kinds of baling wire. It's actually electric fencing is what it is. Just, it's not high tensile, but it's metal for running electric fence. And I think I'm just going to do that, and just put a couple so it'll be X'd, and then just take it down and twist it around the screw head. You know, you'd only have to take off two things and then lift up, and then you can take that off. So we'll do that next. Alright, got the pliers / wire cutters, got some wire. Now 2 of these screws I screwed in quite a ways. There's not a whole lot of room to wrap wire around, and that is for the 2 sides I don't really want to take off all the time. So that's one. Go around here, and then on the other side I left them out just a little bit more because that's the side I want to take on and off. It'll just be a little bit more convenient if that side has a little bit more of a head of the screw sticking out that you can get to wrap the wire around, if that makes sense. Now I just want to cut it wherever. Then we can just wrap it a couple times. And we'll be thankful that goats don't have opposing thumbs. And this is the other side I didn't leave a whole lot on. Wrap it around. A little bit of extra. And of course, over time, the bending, and I mean, this lid's going to have to come off, what, once a week maybe. So these wires aren't going to be twisted on and off very often. But over time, they will eventually break. So, but I'm not worried about that because I've got a whole lot of this, and I used to have 18 acres, well, probably 16 acres fenced off with 2 strands of this stuff, and I've taken it all down. I've got a lot of this wire, and so it's not going to bother me to have to replace this wire every once in a while, and it's not costing me anything because it's just stuff. I always wondered why my grandparents always save stuff. This is why. You can use it. Anyway, I believe this is going to keep the goats from getting in. Let me show you how well. I'm grabbing just the lid, not the barrel, and I picked the whole thing up. It's hard on the fingernails. I believe that's going to be strong enough and a good, secure enough way to hold this lid, at least for now. I have been proven wrong before. Well, I won't admit that, but we'll see how it works. We'll give you an update. I'll show you once we get it filled up and put where it's going to go. Alright, well that's where it's going to be for now. See how it works. And yeah, and this, which was behind the camera when I took the videos of the other stuff, this is a hay feeder I made out of one of these barrels, and little garden wire there, or old chain link type, but a little bit thinner quality, is it kept the hay from falling out, but allowed them to stick their nose in and they can move it around and stuff. Worked pretty good, but we're not feeding them hay right now. So, but yeah, the goats really like that, and it keeps them from standing in it and ruining half the hay or more. And there goes Buff, running away. That's our big fat cat. Anyway, old dog kennel panels, old metal roofing. Looks kind of hillbilly-ish, doesn't it? But hey, it works. It's cheap. I don't think we have $100 in all this, and it works. I'm not up for looks, I'm up for functionality. You do what you gotta do when you don't have the money to spend on stuff, like we all do. Alright, signing off.